Alright guys, we're here at Harold Bud. We just did this project. So we did a exterior soft wash, power washing project here. What we came to do was a video, but what I noticed was there's a couple of spots that the guys didn't hit that well. So now it turned into a why you have systems and processes in your company video. So, and making sure people follow them. So we're gonna do a little walkthrough here. So we took pictures of everything, went through everything. Whenever you're handing the project from the estimator to the PM, you got to make sure the project gets handed with all the information. You have to make sure they make time to take in the information, not too fast, and you just got to make sure all that gets done, which is super. There's a lot of hands that touch the project, from when customer calls, when it's bid, when it's managed, especially with a good client. This project in particular, the front we did awesome on. Let's not discount that. We did awesome on the front. This was terrible. They had a bunch of black stuff everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So if you look, all this looks pretty good. So we hit it with a soft wash because what happens is when you do super high pressure to limestone or brick, that brick over there is already missing. So you don't want to do high pressure. A lot of people don't even know the difference, but we soft wash all the limestone and all the brick. That way we don't damage any brick. Like I was saying, this project we already closed out. They sent me pictures. Man, I thought it looked great, but when I did my actual walkthrough, I saw some things I didn't like. So even though we already got paid, even though we already pretty much finished this project, we're gonna come back and fix it, because unlike other people, we actually care about the quality of our work. A lot of people just come, get paid, and bounce, but we don't do that. So we're gonna come fix it correctly. If you look at this back side, I don't like how we did this. If you look at this back side, I don't really like how we did this part. The whole top area, I don't like that at all. We're gonna rehit that back wall. Another thing to take into account is we will have to rent a boom lift, and it's not cheap, but it doesn't matter. We need high quality, so that's fine. So all this looks good. From here all the way to here, this corner looks pretty good. If you ask me, even if you don't ask me, it looks good. So all this limestone looks good. We did this too. We did this flat work as well. All that looks good. Y'all want to see a bad part though? Look up there. All that, I don't like none of that. Boom. This looks good. I want to say from this corner here, wrapping around this way, I don't like that. This area right here, I don't even know what the hell happened. The guys were sleeping, I don't know, can't tell you. happy about that one, but it's fine. We'll fix it. And this top limestone, I think we could do way better on it. Right there. This top limestone. I think it's, yeah, we could do way better than that. And I think it's important to note, the customer already approved it and said it was great. But the thing is, to me, it's not that great. So, and it is up to me. The client approved it, said it looks great. I saw some things I didn't like, so I'm back here doing it right. But that's what we do, you know. What else I want to touch on? But that's how it is, and that's how we work. So we'll get the guys back here, and you always got to take this as like a learning lesson. Like, man, what do I have to put in place for this never to happen again? What do I have to do for this to run smoother, or like, you know, so it won't happen again? Not whose fault was it, because we're a team, so it's really my fault as a leader. I should have had a better process in place, but now we know for future, you know, so it's fine. We can only get better. No problems, only solutions, and yeah, that's all we got today. All right, guys, so earlier I made a video about soft washing versus power washing, and I wanted to make a little side video on what the difference is, and when you use it, when you don't, and stuff like that. So with that being said, here's a video. So basically, if you look on your building and you see a bunch of limestone, black stuff on it, little mold, all this stuff, kind of like right here, you just point up here, boom. So that's basically just algae buildup stuff after the years. The limestone's really porous, so what happens is it seeps up in there, and you know, it gets really nasty. The brick's super porous. So usually this happens on super old buildings. So what happens is you get people that just pressure wash. They think it's easy, just pressure wash the whole building and it'll be fine. Which is not the case, because you damage stuff. And what happens is, if you look here, you don't want to walk with me over here. When you straight up pressure wash something, you're talking about 3,000 psi into the brick. Which what happens is, if your brick is really brittle and it's already hanging on by a damn thread, it messes up, starts cracking, it breaks off. You don't want that. So come this way. So kind of like this here. If you look over here, this stuff's already coming off. See how that's coming off? If you look over here, see these big old gaps on these expansion joints? Look at this. Alright? Look at this. My damn marker keeps falling. Oh yeah. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The marker is pink because it's my daughter's favorite color. Alright. And get back to the main video. So to think about it, if you're putting 3,000 psi into this crack right here, into that crack, look at this. 3,000 psi in this crack right here. What do you think is gonna happen? Water's gonna get in, classrooms are gonna be all filled up, and they're gonna be like, what the hell happened? You power wash inside the building. So that's what you don't wanna do. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta do, that's why we got a soft wash. So basically what a soft wash does, it's super low pressure. Depending on your tips, you can reach up to 30-35 feet. It's way more efficient. Sometimes you exclude using a lift. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is you mix like a solution together, put it on the building, clean it up real good, you know, and that's it. You know, you hit it a couple times. Some people think it doesn't work. You got to get the right solutions to make it happen. But at the end of the day, if you do it right, super efficient, and it works. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference there. And it's always good too to get like the right training. So like, for instance, we got our own trailer, we got our own power wash, we got our soft wash, but I also train the guys to use it, not to just come over here and start blasting stuff. You know what I mean? So training on the soft wash, training on the power washer. A lot of people think it's just throwing water on a building when it's not. You're gonna damage a lot of stuff with that mentality. And yeah, I mean, that's what that is. And I think it's just the training. Like, some people think they could just buy a pressure washer and, oh, this is what I'm gonna do now. Or start a paint company and say, oh yeah, now I'm a paint company. But it don't work like that. You need great people. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to check what you're doing. You need to know different surfaces. You need to know a lot of stuff, which you can learn. It's not a big deal, but you can't just jump in and think, oh, I'm gonna just do this. You know, it takes time, but you know, it is what it is. You know, but that's the main difference. I don't know, I went on a damn tangent, but that's the difference between power washing, soft washing, and why we do it. You know what I mean? So cleans the surface, makes everything look really good. You know, and sometimes it's even good to throw like a clear coat on top of your limestone, so it lasts a while and doesn't get porous. But you know, that's another thing. So if you look over here at this church, look at this church across the street. It has the same thing with the limestone. A lot of churches have limestone, so to be honest, that's a good marketing tactic. Don't use that, but we market to churches. So, but yeah, so those are on old buildings though. That's on older buildings. On newer buildings, you really don't need a power wash because it's not gonna be dirty. But yeah, so that's the main difference between power wash and soft wash. So now you know. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Crispin for coming over here from San Antonio and teaching my guys how to soft wash. Even though it's easy, it's always good to just make sure you're good. So that's all we got.